All right, hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, level 1 hype train already. Thank you all so much. Selena, thank you so much for the resub, 10 months. Holy crap. Corey, thank you so much for the resub, 6 months. We've been together for so long, everybody. And hello, Our Lady of Perpetual Lacquer. How are you and the sisters doing today? So happy to see you here. Hello. It was a rough last 10 minutes, which is why I'm so late starting. And sorry that, I mean, my station's messy, but I don't feel like anybody expects anything different from me, honestly. But yeah, basically what happened was, I had to use the bathroom. That was number one. And then I broke my nail. Not one of these ones that I'm like kind of growing out-ish, but my middle finger broke down to there on this hand while I was using the bathroom.
X100.
Thank you, Doomed. Okay, everybody who has given either bits or subs has just gotten themselves an emote. Holy crap, son, 26 months. 26 months. Let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Lauren. Hello, Lacquerdactyl. Hello, Luna. Hello, me. Hello, Selena. Hello, Corey. A street to fall asleep to. Absolutely. Hello, Wendy. Hello, my angry Selena. I already said hello to, but I want to say it again. And hello to Painting Polish and Doomed. Hello, everybody. Hello, Craftosaurus Rex. It is so good to see you all. And today I am cosplaying. Thank you so much, Selena. Thank you. I am cosplaying a bartender from my favorite yaoi manhwa is what I'm doing. Let me show you my full face, which my full face cam is like way at the bottom. So let me like actually put it at the top so that like I can look at it. Anyway, in my favorite manhwa altogether, there is a bar, and if you look at the shirt every single person working at that bar is wearing, it is this like Canva design that I'm pretty sure somebody was like selling and the manhwa author like bought the design for. So after I saw it in Arthur, I was like, I'm going to go on Redbubble and see if I can find this shirt. And I absolutely did. So now I'm the best bearded, beer-loving corgi dad ever. This manhwa, by the way, is set in LA, so set in my own backyard. And yeah, this is the exact kind of clothes that every person at every bar wears. Every single person. Hello, Our Lady. Hello. They're still giving out the holiday emotes. Okay, excellent. I don't think I have any of them. I don't think I have any holiday emotes because I have been lame. I did not show up for the last... I didn't show up last Friday. I was fucking tired. The holidays, man. Chat. Oh my God. That like brat chat emote is so like... that's so on the nose and I love it. I'm so glad you like the shirt. Yeah, I posted it in the comments of Arthur that I got this, and I got some downvotes on my post, and I feel like maybe people thought that I made it and was pretending I found it, but no, I didn't make this. I ordered it from Redbubble. Ready for Trainwreck January. The show explains that you were having a guest on the stream today. No, I'm the guest. I'm the best bearded, beer-loving corgi dad. I'm not that bearded anymore, though. It has been literally months since I shaved my lady stash. And like I finally did the other day. And honestly, it is a little lighter up here. But other than that, over the pandemic, I'm not gonna lie, I literally tried to grow out my facial hair to see if I could do it and see if I liked the look. And unfortunately, I have like a 12-year-old trying to grow out a mustache kind of look, which kind of makes sense given my biology. But you know, I tried. You remember the boy beard? Oh yeah, the boy beard is. You know what? Fucking A. I know where the boy beard is. One second. Let's get this party started. Get this party started off right. I will be the best bearded, beer-loving corgi dad ever. I am the special guest. Yes, beard you. All right. Did my music shut off or did I just pull out my headphones? No, there's the music. The music just shut off. 1 second. All right, one sec. Here we go. All right. Yes, this is the mayhem you're here for. Oh yeah. We're looking fly. Pretty fly for a white guy, am I right? Yeah, when I get cold, I just throw on the boy beard. Okay, that's this side. I want you to be up. I wish the mouth hole was a little bigger on my beard, my best bearded Corgi dad beard. Thank you. So I posted that I was going live on my art blog. So if anybody is here from my art/minis blog and this is your first taste of what happens here, you're welcome, I guess. You're welcome for this. You can have the mouth. Take it out. Take out my mouth, BB. So freaking dirty. By the way, I am not in focus, so let's fix the focus. Okay, looks like our hype train finished. Everybody should be getting their hype chest. Show me what you got. I got whatever this guy is. I do kind of love him. I will share this guy, this very happy man. Did everybody get the very happy man? They did. Or world or snowball. I don't really know what's happening there. What the fuck was I even doing? Oh yeah, I was making my camera be in focus. Be in focus. I am right now wearing Blackheart by Fancy Gloss, which is a thermal. It switches from a not that exciting red to a not that exciting black, but it is fun altogether. Yeah, you can see my little bits of it. Like I'm holding it up against my Monster Energy. I wonder if my TikTok water will do better. It's a disco ball. I love it. Thank you so much for the boys and for the Arthur Frayne and also Zardos's. I was just thinking that his name isn't actually Zardos, but his name actually is Zardos. If it was Sean Connery, he wouldn't actually be Zardos. By the way, I was saving last month's polished pickup to share with all of you, but I decided to open the bag before we actually started, and I wish I had it because I pulled out Vibes by Dior Couture, and y'all, you should have seen my face. I was so disappointed. I was just like, not that there's anything for me to be actually disappointed with in this polish because I knew exactly what I was buying, but I opened it up like, okay, yeah, we're getting vibes. We got vibes. And I looked at it, I was like, oh, it does look like that, doesn't it? It is a bad polish. It is really ugly. So we got vibes. I'm gonna vibe you and I'm gonna cremate you because I had the exact opposite thought when I opened up my ashes when they cremate me. Bad vibes. You got your agency order today. Some dopamine for the start of your no buy. Yes. Hell yeah. I kind of want to buy more. Earth Girl, hello. Because I want more dopamine. I want more dopamine. Do you, you're here? You cuck laughed at vibes. Cluck laughed. Sorry, not cuck laughed. What would cuck laughing be? Everybody weigh in. Weigh in. What's cuck laughing? You should have picked up that Great Lakes Lacquer. Great Lakes Lacquer, the thing about Great Lakes Lacquer you must know is that this bottle is so fun to hold. I just love feeling the Great Lakes Lacquer bottle. It's heavy, it's round, it's smooth, it's everything you'd ever. The laughs from Arrested Development, they're cuck laughs. Your PPU should hopefully arrive next week. Last month's PPU, oh yeah, you're in Europe, so you get yours a little bit later. Yeah, this one is the way. Look how gorgeous this is. This is almost certainly going on my poor broken right hand. My right hand is always poor and broken though. Like that, it's always very short. My husband asked me the other day if other people have a Cindy hand too, and I was like, Oh my goodness, let me see. You told me that polish was nasty. This polish is so nasty. It's a nasty boy. My lipstick is going to be all over my teeth, by the way. Your nails should be long enough for thermals again soon. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You got your first Great Lakes Slacker, or Great Lakes Slacker, right? You want some bad lakes? You basically live on Lake Michigan. There you go. There you go. This one is so cool. This one's so cool. I love the other one too, which is Lake Superior Shenanigans. The other one that they have sold. There are only two, and I own both of them. So just so you know, no, I just own two. I just own two. I want to drink water. I don't know how long this beard is gonna last, but we're wearing it now. So I'm very excited because we're gonna be doing some Thalassophobia nail art today, and I want to show you the kind of Thalassophobia we are going for today. So let's go to YouTube. And let's go to the cooler stuff. Let's see. Great Lakes Locker, maybe your favorite brand you own nail polishes from. Valid. I'm trying to think what mine is, my favorite brand that I don't own any of. I feel like there's gotta be one. There's gotta be one that I just always look and I'm just like, valid. I like that one. We're gonna look for Thalassophobia. Is it the, I would say statue, because the statue ones are the ones that get me. Yes, the statue ones are the ones that get me. Oh God, that's like a real thing. That's a real thing. The Police are great, but I never listened to a whole album. Literally me, Earth Girl. That's me in like every band that I like, except for like a few. This is the kind of vibe we're going for. This is the vibe we're going for today, and I'm excited for the vibe. You guys, how's the game in Discord do you think I'll like? I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, this is my greatest fear. The good news is about my greatest fear is that I can simply not put myself in this situation. I can just simply not go diving or go in the ocean or go near statues. I can do that. It's within my power. However, I will be like in the bathtub and I'll be like, but what if there was a giant statue in here? What if that were to happen in my bathtub? So yeah, it doesn't really help actually that there's no way for this to happen to me. Besides that thing, you don't have megalophobia until you put the big thing also under the goddamn water. Exactly. Unless I'm in that pools game. Oh my fucking God, that pools game was so scary. Oh, this is another one that's so scary. I'm scared of everything. I'm scared of water. I'm scared of water in general. And I'm scared of like things in the water, like not animals necessarily. Although for sure, like, I always say, so scary. Anyway, I always say stuff like I'm not afraid of clowns, but if there was a clown chasing me with a knife, I would be afraid of that clown, you know? That's how I feel about almost everything. You actually love the ocean. Thalassophilia? Is that what you have? Yeah, pools was very scary for me. Pools was a very scary game. You're afraid of drowning, large spaces, small stages, statues, the dark, clowns, everything. It's the murky water. I went snorkeling with manatees in murky water in Florida, and you can't tell there were no gators in them waters. Thalassophobia, fucking the ocean, baby. You're like, who is it that got his dick cut off and thrown in the ocean, and then it turned into foam. It turned into foam, but we can like say that it just like jizzed itself to death. Welcome to the stream today. You don't like the dark, but you freaking love water and scuba diving. I can't. Disney has like their own island with an area to scuba dive off of, and they sunk a bunch of statues, and they also sunk one of their whatchamacallits, one of their submarines from the Florida submarine ride. And like, I got my fear of underwater statues. Did the Little Mermaid turn into foam at the end as well? A lot of things that get thrown in the ocean turn into foam. Everybody do the turn into foam challenge. Go to the ocean and see if you turn into foam. Dude, there's a place in Mexico I want to scuba dive with a bunch of underwater statues. I want to see your pictures and videos, but I never want to go there ever in my life. I don't. You're not a foamophobe. Foamophobe though. It's the FOMO. If everybody goes to the ocean and jumps in and turns into foam, we're all gonna have FOMO. You're afraid of foam. Expand upon that. Speak on that, Our Lady of Perpetual Lacquer. What is that? What's it like? What's your life like being afraid of foam? Is it just a lot of like sulfate-free soaps? Look up Musa. I will. Musa, is this the statue diving? Yes, I have seen pictures of this and so fucking scared of it. I am scared of this. Look at this shit. It's not nice. You're not gonna have a nice little undersea adventure. You're gonna be eaten alive by these things. It is sick as hell. I'm not trying to say that this is bad. This is so cool. It's so cool. I'm so afraid though. Hello, polished mess. You drowned when you were 4 in the ocean in Oregon, but your cousin grabbed you and saved you. He's like 12. You think you're not afraid of the ocean water. You're afraid of Oregon. You should be. You should be. And you only dive to a sunken airplane. That would be so scary. Oh my God. Like, here's the thing is that like, I do glass bottom boat in the, ooh, I could do a glass bottom boat for only $50 USD. That would be very cool. Yeah, like I'm afraid, but also like part of me does want to see it. You're afraid of the ocean. There's monsters in there. Absolutely. Yes, it's so cool and it's scary. The one where statue standing in a circle is so cool and creepy. The one they're standing in the circle, was it the one on the top? There was like, this one looks like it has plans for you. That one looks like it's gonna make you foam, if you know what I mean. Oh, Diego. Hi, Diego. These ones? The Silent Evolution 2. It has plans for you if you go diving, if you find that hand. Do you know the story of those divers that did the dive in the icebergs that shit and almost died? I don't think I know that. That sounds like a dumb plan, though. That sounds like stupid to do. Not to throw shade. I've done stupid things in my life, but Romansylvania. Sorry, dude. I just opened the thing that you sent me. Play as a lovelorn brooding drac, one of the dracs, who after a century of moping around post-heartbreak is thrown into a monster reality dating show. Hosted by the Grim Reaper, explore Transylvania's perilous countryside as you slay absurd baddies. Those are my favorite kind of baddies. Absurd ones. On your hunt of the most eligible monsters, will Drac find love at first bite, or will he discover that love sucks? I hope he doesn't discover love sucks. It's horrifying, and then they went and did it again. Okay, well, that's when you say, okay, but if you get stuck out there, you're just stuck. Like you rescue them the first time, and then the second time you just go like, hey y'all, I know you're heading out to the iceberg to go diving. Good luck. Godspeed. You're on your fucking own. Hello, Potchfad. Wait, hold on. What does Lackerdactyl say that was the most valid reason? This is when they're facing each other. You don't like to go to the ocean. Children go there. Go in there. You dislike children. The biggest creature on Earth is always in the blue whale, but they're just giant puppies. They are. I need to ever sleep again. Oh my gosh. I got to watch whatever. Send me in Discord. Send me a thing and I'll watch it later. Personally love the ocean, but kids, meh. Hello, Potchfat. I'm so happy to see you. All right. Let me see if I can find the picture of the people standing in a circle. I like this fish. This fish just don't care. This fish just does not give a shit. I want to know. Oh my god. It's Slender Man. It's Slender Man. I like the guy at his desk. I like this guy who's just like another day at the job. Another day at the job for me. You should say that to anyone who watches your reels. What's up, my absurd baddies? Today we're gonna be swatching. Yes, that fish had main character syndrome. He's like, oh, you wanted a picture of me? He like doesn't even see. He doesn't even see the other people. What is that one? Is this the one where they're standing around facing out? That does look like it fits the description, but is that like you at work drowning? Make that into a meme, just like me at work. Me when my head turns into coral. You said the circle to Discord, okay. Discord is like hell. You sent it to hell, okay. Oh, dang. If I were scuba diving, well, first off, if I were scuba diving, I would be pissing and shitting myself. First off, if I was scuba diving at all. Honestly, possibly even at a pool. I would be, no one would want to scuba dive with me. But if I saw that, I would literally die. I would die. It is very cool. They're cool. They're cool. I'm just really scared. Whatever you do, don't look up the shark one. The shark statue, it can't be worse than anything else I've seen today. Everything's been bad. Musa shark. Shark statue. Oh, is it that one? Is it that one? No, this is the different one. We call pissing and shitting during scuba diving feeding the fish. Delicious. Lovely. Is it this one? Is that what you're, because that is scary. I would feed the fish. Absolutely would be feeding the fish if I saw that. Is this Shrimp Jesus? Y'all seeing Shrimp Jesus? This isn't Shrimp Jesus, but it might as well be Shrimp Jesus. Let me show you Shrimp Jesus. We're gonna eventually get to my nail art today, but first I'm gonna show you Shrimp Jesus. Let me look at that in a second. First, I'm gonna look at Shrimp Jesus. You want to swim with the sharks if they'll have you. Oh, they'll have you. No, I know that there are ways to swim with sharks where they will not literally have you for dinner. This is the best Shrimp Jesus I've seen. This is like a two-headed Shrimp Jesus centaur. We love to see it. We love to, there's Crab Jesus. This is what AI thinks people on Facebook want to see. And they think that everybody wants to say amen under it. Amen to Shrimp Jesus, to Shreezus, if you will. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. This is the best one. This is Jesus with choir of angel shrimp. We're loving it. If you're reading this, it's too late. Shrimp Jesus has happened. It's too late. All right. Not AI Shrimp Jesus. Yes, AI Shrimp Jesus. Anyway, let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God. No Deal or No Deal Island. There was a freaking like poster for that in LA for the longest time where we would drive by. And yeah, we'd be like, what the fuck is that? Never cave into fear, diving into darkness. What if I want to? Are they gonna show them getting the suck? Getting sucked? Are they gonna get sucked? Are they gonna get sucked and then turned into foam? I don't know. We're gonna have to revisit this later. All right. Get sucked, nerds. Exactly. Exactly. If you had a nickel, you seriously have Shrimp Jesusophobia? You should. It appears I can safely drink my Monster Energy with the beard. I think we might have one beer, so maybe I could convince Husbando to bring me a beer so I can be the best bearded, beer-loving Corgi dad. We just need a Corgi. Shepherd's kind of low and chonky, so Shepherd is kind of like a Corgi. Shepherd, are you still here? No, she's not still here. They don't like being in here while I'm streaming. They don't like listening to me talk. I can't say I blame them. Not to say the video of that dive, just having them recount the experience is enough for you. Well, it's not enough for me. I need to see real suffering. That's not true. I do not like seeing videos of real suffering. It's freaky. It's not for me. It's a no for me, dog. I'm cleaning up the space, obviously. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to be doing a gradient, and then I'm actually going to look through my stamping plates and see if I can find a good statue one. I know I have a diver, actually. I know I have a little diver, but that one I'm not that worried about. I can draw a little diver. I mean, I could draw a statue too, but it would be nice if I had like an easy statue to do. Let's see. Wait, what? Brooks loves listening to me talk? Oh my God. Thank you, Vero. I love Brooks so much. Brooks is the cuddliest dog ever, and I'm so jelly, and I'm so happy to babysit him sometimes. Corgis are some of the cutest dogs. I agree. Luna says they are the cutest dogs. I don't want to discount that you think that they are the cutest. I'm not willing to put all my money on Corgis. You are work from home the next 1.5 hours. You reminded me I have a fancy iced berry vanilla berry Red Bull that's necessary for the afternoon. I didn't even know that was a flavor that they had. I charge $1.25 an hour for babysitting, but it's okay. Vero repays me by editing my stuff and moderating my Discord. We're good. Wait, what? Oh, everybody, by the way, Danny Shout, my beautiful partner in crime, has not seen Little Shop of Horrors, starring Rick Moranis, directed by Frank Oz. She hasn't seen that. So today we are watching that at 5 p.m. PST, and I'm so excited because I haven't watched it in a while. She's never watched it ever in her life. You will love it, son. You will love everything about it. I guarantee it. You will love it. I don't think there is an animal death. I cannot think of an animal in that movie. Except for humans, but we don't care about human deaths. It's so good. What's Little Shop of Horrors? It is a musical. So let me explain. I am going to take off the beard for now. Oh, it's stuck to my headphones. We're going to let it sit on my headphones. So Little Shop of Horrors was originally directed as a movie directed and I think written by Roger Corman. Best known for stuff like he did Sharknado, right? He's best known for his B movies. My favorite movie of his by far, which Husbando found out I hadn't shown it to you and was like, how did this happen? Is A Bucket of Blood, which is known to be one of the best depictions of beatniks ever made. But anyway, we're not watching that, but he made Little Shop of Horrors. I don't think that Little Shop of Horrors, the original movie, is very good, to be perfectly honest. Jack Nicholson is in it. His character is played in this version by Bill Murray. There are some comedy heavy hitters in this. There is Steve Martin. There is Bill Murray. There is, I just said his name, but it escapes me right now, Rick Moranis. There is this woman whose name escapes me as well, but she was in Pushing Up Daisies with our favorite Lee Pace. Audrey, Little Shop of Horrors. There is a puppet. I love puppets. Ellen Green. Yes, Ellen Green is in this. Yes. It is a classic. Does the dog die? Little Shop of Horrors contain no dog death. However, someone sings about shooting dogs. Yeah, they do, don't they? Well, that guy doesn't count. And bashing pussycats. It's true. He does sing about that. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids guy. Yes, you nailed it. That is who Rick Moranis is. He is the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids guy. Alan Menken and Howard Ash did the music. What else did they do? Hello, Zudsy. What else did they do? Because those are very famous names. Who they escape me. Little Mermaid. Yes. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. And audiences hated the ending so much that they changed it. And I don't blame them for changing it because the original ending was sad. It was sad and not happy. Shocking. It was sad and not happy. And they changed it. So happy ending today. Spoiler alert, happy ending today. It is funny. It's funny. See, I literally just, I answered you ahead of time. It is funny. Yes. It's funny. It's not sad. It's really, really fun. But also, son, I am so sorry for your loss. You can talk about it if you want to. I just brought it up, though. I'm not good at this. Howard Ashman died before they could finish Aladdin. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he didn't finish Aladdin. I'm going to remove my nail polish is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some removal. I'm going to use these for my removal. All right. All right. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to watch next. I have a thought for what we're going to watch next, because for February, to celebrate Valentine's Day and love, I want to immerse everybody in my favorite movie couple, which is Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. They're my favorite screen couple. They've been a couple in a number of movies. So I want to play specifically Best in Show and A Mighty Wind. So we're going to be watching those in February. So a concept that came to me was perhaps to pregame for February, we could watch This Is Spinal Tap. We could watch that. Yes, Eugene and Catherine. This is so funny. It is really fun. I think you're going to have a great time with all of us. Yes. Okay. We're doing that in February. You know way too much about musical useless info. It's not useless. We're all having a good time. Yeah, no, that is totally fair. And I'm glad that I chose this one. I'm glad that I chose this one and not a sad, not an emotional damage movie. Hello, Trina. 7 months. Hello. By the way, how was everybody's holiday? Did everybody have a good holiday? Did everybody have a good New Year? I had a fine holiday. I got a lot of fun gifts, but most of them are not over here right now. I got a lot of stickers. I got some enamel pins, and I got a Jacob horse from Drawfee, which is across the room right now. It was very, very fun. All right. Let's go down. Waiting for Guffman. I don't really want to watch Waiting for Guffman. I have mixed feelings about Waiting for Guffman, which are mostly fine, but I think I'd rather watch Spinal Tap, even though it contains no Eugene Levy and no Catherine O'Hara, and Waiting for Guffman features both. Too much socializing over the holidays. Oh my God, same. Your New Year's sucked, but Christmas was not as bad as you expected. You got 0 scented candles. Oh my God. So I lost that bet when we were like, not bet really, but poll, where we were like, what are you going to get? And I was like, cheap candles. You got the Night Owl Lacquer Neon Jelly set. That is amazing. I want that set. I should have asked for that set. I should have asked for some nail polish for Christmas, but instead I just asked, instead I just went on Etsy and was just like, I'm just going to give a list on Etsy. That's all I'm going to give. I got some posters. I'm really excited. I got a Suspiria poster. That goes with another Suspiria poster that I have. And I think eventually I should have a few new Suspiria posters, actually. So it's going to be very suspicious over here. Suspirious. Let's see. You got a disability-related injury and spent New Year's in bed, but who cares? You don't drink. Yeah. New Year's was nice because I was with my husband, and every moment with my husband's very nice. But we were in bed. Oh my God. Okay. It was so funny. We were in bed. It was so funny to me. So funny to me. In fact, last night I was like, do you remember, to my husband? And he was like, yeah, I guess I do. So we live right next to Disneyland. So everybody can tell when it's midnight because they do fireworks at Disneyland. And also this area has a lot of fireworks regardless, whether or not they're set off by Disneyland. There's just a lot of fireworks around here. They're only legal. Only some of them are legal on 4th of July for regular people to set off. But that doesn't stop them. It never stops them. They're always setting them off. So we have those. Then it was like, oh, okay, it's midnight. Disneyland is going. And then somewhere else, one of our neighbors started their countdown 2 minutes after Disney set off their fireworks. And I was like, y'all, read the room. Listen to the fireworks that are happening right now. You threw a party for New Year's. It's the last one. You're done planning. Ooh. Do you want to spill the tea? You got a couple of shot glasses that your cousin picked up traveling and some pastries, but they were not packaged. Just lives in the back. They're like, my cousin offered me some tater tots for her pocket. Oh my gosh. You got a disc drying thing, but it's cute and has cats on it. That's adorable, actually. You spent way too much on your relatives, though. Compared to that, you only spent like 15 bucks. I'm glad that you didn't like just like spend it all. You got a Tiffany style lamp, Zudzy. I want to see a picture of your Tiffany style lamp. I love Tiffany lamps. And a while back, I was looking for ones to put on our nightstands. And my husband was like, hey, Steph, how long do you think it'll be before we knock those off of our bedside tables? And I was like, oh, instantaneously. It'll be a day. So I did get Tiffany lamps for our bedside table, or Tiffany style lamps. They likely would not have been actual Tiffany's. You're not buying any polish this year. Oh, polished mess. I'm so excited about your low buy. It's going to be very interesting to live through you. I want to see it. Fireworks are fully legal here, and it was so much louder here than when you worked at Disneyland. You had to schedule my breaks around the fireworks because I could be shelled while you smoked in the break area. Oh my God. Wait, so, so when you worked, what break area were you in? We had some places that we could have been shelled. You're sick of your friends having drama with each other and trying to share your friendship and hosting, just planning in general since you did a wedding this year. You know, yeah, I get you. But yes, behind Toontown's one of the worst. One of the absolute worst. I used to have to block off, like guard an area that people weren't allowed to stand. It was like, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, I used to work at Disneyland. So like at the entrance of Frontierland, there's this like little shack with an ATM in it. And like we had to block off that area because I honestly never saw anything come down there. But theoretically, it was a fallout zone for the fireworks. The lengths people would go to pass me by there. Like, y'all, if you are ever at a theme park and somebody tells you not to do something, a cast member or a person working there, depending on what theme park you're at, tells you not to do something, at least ask them why. At the very least, before you just say, fuck it, ask them why. Because like I've literally had people try to run into Indiana Jones while it was running, like into an oncoming car, because they're like, I forgot I lost my phone, and they'll like try to run into the ride, and I'm like, yeah, and we're not gonna find it before you go to the fucking hospital. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, it always just like baffles my mind. Like it boggles. It's. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You actually wound up in the fallout zone at a castle in France. They fired their cannons with live ammunition. No, your castle not eating on her own. You have to place one treat or piece of food in her face and then she'll eat it. I'm so sorry, Luna. Everybody tell your cats to not. I literally told Shepard the other day she's never allowed to die. Literally told her that. Pacific in general, the pastries, it's two biscotti and a meringue cookie. Sorry, I'm like sniffling. So you worked at Epcot in 2004 and New Year's Eve was crazy. Epcot is crazy with fireworks. Instead of a ball, they have a giant cherry. Oh wait, hold on, that's not an Epcot. You also want to go to a cherry drop in Door County, Wisconsin next year. I want to go to that too. People truly believe that the board minimum wage jeans are blocking the area that holds Walt's head, right? Like, no, y'all, no. I want to, if I fucking could. I want to. Look how fucking ugly this Georgator is. Georgator, if you're in the audience today, your polishes are always so fucking ugly. And I mean that in like the best way possible. The other polish I have from Georgator, I have 2 or 3. But the only other one I can remember is the one that we dubbed like the jizzy jeans. Exactly, I love to hate it. The jizz jeans polish, it's a glow in the dark blue to clear thermal is what it is. And at the time, somebody said that they had a boyfriend that like never washed his jeans and they would stand up on it their own. And that's all I could think about was shining a black light on those jeans. So it is vibes, which is inspired by a beautiful woman vibing all over her stand-up jeans. We love to see it. Yes, excellent segue. Thank you. I'm full of them. I'm full of them. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, everybody, no more losing the cats. Let's look for a statue. Let's look for a statue. Let's be finding a statue. You have an orally treatment that looks like ejaculate of some sort. What treatment? Is it the matte top coat? Is it the orally... Is it the matte top coat? The matte top coat for sure looks like jizz of some sort. Not one night stand, although one night stand has the right kind of name to look like jizz. We are not using vibes. It's just sitting here staring at me like I'm the ugliest thing you've ever seen in your life. I have to say on its surface, I do think it's uglier than pineapples have peelings too, because the glitter looks like paper. But I don't think it's going to actually be uglier. I gotta tell my 21-year-old cat to get her shit together this year. Yeah. She's 21 years old. She can drink now. She has so much to live for. Tell her I don't want to fucking hear it, okay? That's a lie. I am glad you all come to me with your cat woes. It makes me sad, but I'm glad I can be there for you. But also tell your cat to get her shit together. Say that to your cat. All right. Is it the treatment, the nail rehab? I don't know where my nail rehab is, but this does look like jizz. But it does look like jizz, though. That's all I have to say. Okay, we are looking in my Moyu plates. Did Moyu actually discontinue their plates, or was that a ploy? Was that a ploy to, like, sell back stock? I feel like I might have a Les Musée plate. I do have a Les Musée, but it doesn't actually have statues. It doesn't actually have statues. I may need to actually paint my own statue. For once in my godforsaken life. They absolutely moved on from stamping. Why? Why would they do that? Why would they do that while frickin' Maniology is canceled? Like... You have a captive fucking audience. We need another major stamping brand. I mean, maybe it is good that they're not... Speaking of Maniology, I do still have my plates. I do still use my plates. And I will do so because they're my fucking plates. By the way, did y'all hear about the honey scam? That Honey has been like redirecting people so that it gets its own affiliate shit. I'm going, because I know that Legal Eagle is suing Honey, and I'm gonna reach out to him because I have some affiliate links and have in the past. So maybe I can get some monies. Maybe I can get some monies. They're not focusing on their nail wraps now, which are probably much cheaper to produce, and they get a higher profit. I'm sure they are. Which reminds you have to delete that from your other computer. Yeah, I need to make sure it's deleted. I do need to make sure it's deleted. All right. I want something that looks statuesque. Like, what's her name? Like, who do they say looks Oh, Julie Newmar, obviously, because that's in the fucking name of the movie. I need something statuesque like Julie Newmar. Is what I need. The timing was bad for you and you heard about what everything was going on. Yeah, absolutely. You see someone other than Maniology to make full-size binder sleeves or stamping plates. Absolutely. Absolutely. I will, like, honestly, though, in my opinion, if all you're doing is going on Amazon and occasionally buying their binder things, I think that, like, you could do worse things with your life. They are very useful. I've not bought any more since they got canceled, but... I don't know. I don't know if I would or not. Who knows? Capital One is a honey type program too. Interesting. So yeah, find your coupons on your own. Find them on your own. Y'all. I have so many stamping plates, everybody. My stamping plates are out of this world. I need to organize them. Perhaps one of these days, I will just stream me cleaning up the desk. This is one of my favorite plates ever. P.S. You get a nap, get rid of this headache for the movie tonight. Yes, go nap. I'm so excited to see it, the movie tonight. We are watching Little Shop of Horrors. If you have not heard, absolute classic, really fun time. We're just gonna have a good time tonight, and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely fucking nothing. I love it because there's drugs all over it, and there's a bottle of pills that says the poison on it, and there's this little pig that looks like he's gonna hit you. Me too, Our Lady. This pig looks like he's gonna hit you with a pill, and it says time to take. It's time to take. I love the it's time to take pig. I should make a full-size poster of the it's time to take pig, because let me tell you, I love this pill plate, Cads of Maturity 014. One of the first plates I ever bought, actually. One of my first plates. It's got mushrooms on it. It's got test tubes. It's got an iced coffee. Cads never change. Never change. Pushing you to take more. Have the pills been taken before someone made this plate? No, the pills, yeah. Oh, are you saying, yeah, I think that somebody took the pills and then they made this plate. There's also a book that says poison. There's also 100% love drunk on this milk carton. I love everything about this plate. I love every fucking thing about this plate. It's so good. But yeah, do love it. They're packing a lot of pills, actually. You have a bottle of poison. The poison meant for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Yes. All right. Let's check one more binder, and then we'll check a few more binders, and then we'll give up. How does that sound to everybody? We're gonna check some stuff, and then we'll give up. There are some like random ladies I could use as statues, but they generally don't look that scary. I guess I can look at my like Halloween plates. There's this very weird Native American slash Egyptian plate that I got off of Temu, and I was buying that one that was a ripoff of Creative Shop Stamping. I could also do a large building submerged underwater. I could do like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I don't think I'm gonna do that though. I could do a giant cookie monster, an underwater cookie monster. I could do a one-legged toy soldier. Everybody wants to see that. I could do like, the theme is Thalassophobia. I'm doing a large statue underwater. How about we do, I'm not gonna do this, so I'm sorry I'm bringing it up, but I'm not gonna do this. Mount Rushmore, but it's the Golden Girls underwater. They have a large underwater building in Egypt. I didn't know that. You made your kid watch Emperor's New Groove for the first time and afterwards turned to me and dropped the most sincere thank you for showing me that. That is so amazing. Oh my God. I love it when kids love the stuff you show them. I love it when kids think I'm cool. One time I went paintballing and there was this like 12-year-old boy. I think that's about how old he was. And he was like, hey, can I stay with you? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I went up into a tower and got into a sniper fight with this guy in another tower. And then when we like went back and he like went back to his mom, he was like, Mom, she let me play with her and she was so cool. And I was like, I'm never going to have a better moment. Like, a 12-year-old boy thinks I'm cool at paintball. Like, there's no, like, I can't beat this. This child is so, like, this is a situation where most children would just think I was the biggest loser, but not in a real way. So yeah, it's all downhill from there. It absolutely is all downhill from there. You know, he thinks you're too cool, and she definitely tells you shit that you definitely don't want to know, that you're being a true aunt there. Like the shit she's hiding from her parents. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know if they ever found the lighthouse though. It's the biggest mystery of the Mediterranean Sea. The Lighthouse of Alexandria. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, the Lighthouse of Alexandria. I'm sure they haven't, because we would have all heard about it, right? Someone would have told us. Or are we all gonna have that meme happen where it's like, was anyone gonna tell me they found the Lighthouse of Alexandria, or was I supposed to hear it alone in Fanatic Here's stream? I can make it a giant dick. I could make the statue a giant penis, because I do have that. I do have a giant penis plate. It's actually like a, you know, nail-sized penis plate, but it could be giant if we give it the right perspective. 6 a.m. Christmas morning on the Discord, right? What did you post? What did you post? Oh my god, it was so funny. Was it in memes, or was it, where was it? Was it in not safe for work memes for some reason? I feel like it might have been. Yes. Was anybody gonna tell me that bats purr, or was I supposed to find that out from reading Vampire Smut? And then I was like, okay, was anybody gonna tell me that bats purr, or was I just supposed to learn that from Not Safe for Work channel at 6 a.m. on Christmas? Which technically Vero told me. You're never opposed to a giant penis. Me neither, baby, I gotta say. Y'all, did you get the new Sugar Bubbles plate? Because I set an alarm and got up for it. I got up in more ways than one, because it was a labyrinth plate. There is one thing that looks like it could be a good statue on this Art Nouveau plate, but it's not good enough. It's not better than if I did it myself. Excuse me. I thought I had a David head. I thought I had a David head, but I guess I don't. I have this guy. I have this hipster. Apparently bats purr, or at least the Vampire Smut tells us so. At least the Vampire Smut says so. And I always trust the Vampire Smut. It would never lie to me. It loves me. There is this Jesus sticking out saying, I saw that. I don't think that we want that. We could do a giant Frankenfurter statue. Someone's swimming next to a giant Frankenfurter statue. Muggles, was nobody going to tell me bats purr? Or was I just going to learn that from listening to the stream over Helen's shoulder? Exactly! An underwater hipster would scare me. Yeah. There are tentacles here, so we're going to keep the tentacles in case. Husbando pointed out that it's scary to see the tentacles going off in the distance. So, you know, I always listen to Husbando. So we're going to keep that in mind. All right. Pretty soon I'm going to give up. We can do the Stonks guy. A big statue of the Stonks guy. No, you don't trust that info from a smutty book. Well, it's the truth now. The smutty book willed it into existence. And there's nothing we can do. All right. What do we got? We got books. We got snacks. We got dogs. Here is a horror plate. But unless we want Morticia Addams, which I do, don't get me wrong, I want Morticia Addams, but I just don't think she'd be a good giant statue underwater. And frankly, I wouldn't want to do that to her. Wait. You can't hear underwater hipsters being smug underwater, though. That's true. But what if they hold up signs? Or what if you have like those things that you can talk while you're scuba diving? What if all you can hear underwater? What if no one's ever been in the ocean, so we don't know this, but what if when you go underwater, all you can hear are hipsters being like, oh yeah, diving? I've been doing this forever, since before it was cool. This is your first time diving? Wow. You only want to hear bubbles. Popped bats purring into what happens on stream. Okay, everybody, go listen to the bats purring. I do have this Wednesday plate, which I actually got for my mom, like to use on my mom, but I haven't done that yet. And it has some Medusas. There's this Fallout plate. Underwater Vault Boy, perhaps, is what we need. We got mermaids. We got plaid, terrifying underwater plaid. We got people reading books. I think I am gonna have to paint it myself, which I'm not overjoyed or underjoyed about, TBH. So let's just get started. Having the most relaxing scuba of your life and suddenly hearing a man's voice say you've never listened to the mountain goats. I've listened to a lot of mountain goats, especially when they scream like humans, which I'm under the impression is sometimes faked. Or at least I'm sure that's what the man would tell me. Oh wait, I forgot I could do the statues from Lord of the Rings. It could be a giant statue of Gandalf. If there was a giant underwater statue of Gandalf, I would be more likely to go see it than other underwater statues. All right. So numero uno, we got to do the regular preparatory actions. The RPA, as we like to call it. I hope that it doesn't stand for something bad. Origins of where you go to the lighthouse, where you go to the lighthouse of Alexandria. Oh, yeah. Husbando and I think we have the Egypt, the like tour of Egypt version of one of the Assassin's Creed games, presumably the one where you go to Egypt, where it's just like an academic tour of their reconstruction of Egypt. Because we're cool kids like that. Take you to the lighthouse. If I go to a lighthouse, Arpats better be there jerking off to a mermaid statuette. That's all I am saying. I did not know that Robert Eggers, I didn't realize he directed the new Nosferatu. Very excited to see it. Nikki says that it is a legit monster fucker movie, which I'm down for. I'm down for that. But also I was watching this random YouTuber's coverage of this old horror movie called Yellow Brick Road, which was like related, like there were ideas that were related to Wizard of Oz, but it wasn't really like, I don't know, it didn't seem like it played into Wizard of Oz as much as I would want it to. But the costume designer or the costumer, I'm not exactly sure what he did, was Robert Eggers. Was that man. So cool that he did costuming. Lighthouse by Le Youth. AC Odyssey is probably your favorite because you can go to the parties and Socrates is there being Socrates, and it's just like being back in college. Sounds like it. 2 years ago, my #1 song on my Spotify Wrapped was a song inspired by Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was My Odyssey by whatchamacallit, Miracle of Sound. But I've never played that game. Is Diogenes there? We should watch Satyricon. P.S. I know that's Roman and not Greek, but we should watch Satyricon. I was like, should we watch Satyricon? And yeah, I think we should. I would like put a bunch of like disclaimers about it in the Discord. Because believe it or not, ancient Romans were pretty problematic. I know that we all think of them as being beyond flaws. But they were pretty problematic, actually. And that's what it's about. So, but it is really fun because it's basically just like a homo-flexible dude, where's my car in ancient Rome is really what it is. 2023 was the year I listened to the most Lighthouse song, to the Lighthouse song the most. Interesting. 2023 was really a Lighthouse coded year. Did we watch? Yeah, we did watch The Lighthouse of 2023. I got a sticker for Christmas that is, I keep wanting to call him Mads Mikkelsen. That's not who he is. He's Willem Dafoe. Him saying, "You're fond of me lobster, ain't ye?" You're fond of me, lobster. I seen it. And yeah, I'm fond of your lobster. What of it? I do fucking love lobster. But nowadays, I would rather have scallops because they're like less work. Also, Our Flag Means Death season 2. You're right. You're right. I never finished that one. I'm going to be honest with you. The stuff with, is it Lucius? That stuff was too real. And Blackbeard wasn't getting better fast enough. And I was just like, I can't with this right now. Have I seen the movie The Lobster? I don't think I have. Hello, Fruitback. Willem Dafoe's a very niche brand of hot that is really up your alley. I can see that, absolutely. I don't find Willem Dafoe particularly hot. However, I do find him attractive. Does that make sense? Like, I would absolutely accept a date. And I'd probably put out. I would probably put out. Defoe gives good Jesus. Has he played Jesus before? I'm assuming he must have. Then The Lobsters movie for Valentine's Day. We're watching my favorite movie couple. Sorry that my thing keeps shaking. I need to like get this set up better. We're watching my favorite movie couple. Which is, I'm so bad with names that I just knew a second ago. Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. We're watching their movies. Eugene Levy might be in it. Okay, there we go. Maybe even Shrimp Jesus if that becomes a movie. Willem Dafoe should be Shrimp Jesus. Willem Dafoe in Shrimp Jesus. No promises. Well, if you can't promise me Eugene Levy, then you can't promise me anything. That's all I want from life. That's not true. That isn't true. By the way, I'll show it to you in a second. Because I do need this shit to dry to its fully dry state. It's so funny because I took down some sponges. Some like, you know, makeup sponges downstairs. And I was like, should I bring the whole thing? And then I was like, no, what if I want to do a gradient? And then like, yeah, I'm doing a gradient today. I entered a mini painting competition with Modiphius, the company that makes Fallout Wasteland Warfare. And let me show you the one that I entered because it's very good. Is very good. Let me go to my art blog. By the way, if you're not following me on my art blog, you should follow me on my art blog, my other than nail art blog. I do minis. I do regular art. It is instagram.com/what_I_art_today. And I am looking for a new name. I might call it Fanatic Here too. I don't know. Or also Fanatic Here. I have no idea if I'm gonna call it that. But yeah, I made Stinger the party Scorp and I entered him into a contest because somebody told me to. I did not know that the contest was happening. And then somebody was like, you should enter that into the contest. And I did. So thank you, Fanarticure. That's really funny because that kind of sounds like Irma Gerd Fanarticure. Fanarticure. Oh my God. You know, might have to go that direction. That is the best one. Irma Gerd Fanarticure. But yeah, so this base model is a rad scorpion from Fallout made by Modiphius. And then I 3D printed, these are both made by Modiphius as well. I 3D printed these bottles and I 3D printed that Psycho. I sculpted, thank you so much. I sculpted his little party hat out of green stuff. I sculpted this tape out of green stuff. And then these are all 3D printed as well. They were made by Modiphius, and these are all chems from Fallout. Husbando wrote up some rules for this scorpion, and I just love him so much. It's giving Chef Muppets pronunciation. A little bit. So yeah, I made this. This model actually doesn't belong to me. Thank you. This one actually doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my friend Nick. I made it for him, and he will eventually reclaim it, I'm assuming. But he was like, we were playing, and he was like, I want to raise a scorpion. And I was like, cool. We should do that. And then I was like, but what if it was a party scorpion? Actually, Hobbs, I think, brought up him holding bottles in his hands. And then I thought of the rest of the stuff. And I was like, what if we made you a party scorpion? And he was like, really? And I was like, if you leave me one of your scorpions, he had these models, I will turn it into a party scorpion. And he was like, okay. So, yeah. I did that. I also finished Dirty Jerry, who owns Chomper. And here's Cherry Bomb, who is my character. And I said a family could be a musician, his dog man, and their chem dealer. That's a family. This is a family, everybody. I'm so glad you like the little hat. And right behind them, of course, is Peace, their APC, which I am weathering right now. When I first made it, I didn't want to weather it and make it look old and used. But it's starting to... I'm starting to be like, I would like this to look more Fallout-y. So yeah, I think I might also enter Bob into the competition. I'm allowed to enter as many as I want to. And I think I did a really good job on Bob. He's not anything... I didn't do anything particularly special with him, but I think I did a really good job on Bob. Bob the Builder. Bob the Handyman. We love to see him. Oliver Riedel is an incredible Fallout artist. Incredible. He entered this in the competition. So we'll see how I do against this. I do think that, like, I think I have the upper hand a little bit in creativity because he just painted the model. But also being like, he just painted the model. Look how good of a job he did. I'll show you. This is his APC. This is what they, like, are supposed to look like. They're not supposed to look like the Studebaker from the Muppets, but mine does. Anyway, he's a very, very talented artist. We love to see it. All right, let's do another layer, and then we're going to let it dry for even longer, and then we're going to start doing our... whatchamacallit? Our gradient. Here we go. And by the way, I'm using Snow Angel by Orly right now. We're going to be doing a blue to blue to blue gradient. I hope my middle blue was the correct choice. Looking at it, I think it is. It is Rinse and Repeat, which I believe is from the Sad Clown collection. We didn't pick a statue. I'm going to paint one. And I'm probably going to paint it like those guys with the big beards. I'm just going to paint it the old-fashioned way. I did just take down my length on my nails a bit, so I am a bit sad, but they were chipping. Like, not just the paint, like the nail. The nail was not surviving. I've been doing so much with my hands recently. If you know what I mean. But yeah, in case you didn't see during, I need to let this dry for approximately 5 years. In case you didn't see during Polish Pickup Bingo, I also painted this mini for, it's a miniature club at one of my local game shops. So this is Sophie, Druid Sophie and Otley. And they did, whatchamacallit? They did glamour shots of her. And they actually did them from more than one angle. So I was able to show more than one angle. And I think I did a really good job. I'm really happy with her. It was my first time using these little paper plants. And I think they look really good. And honestly, one of my first times, like, I've used a water effect before, but I've never, like, I built the whole base. I, like, sculpted that whole base. Except for the rocks. I keep like clicking off of it. The rocks are real rocks that I glued. So I glued the rocks, and then I took some putty and I sculpted like all of that stuff. And then, yeah, I painted it and I filled it up with water. Thank you. I fucking love miniature stuff. I've always loved miniature stuff. And so it's just been really fun. And I did my first non-metallic metal. For those of you who don't know what that is, I painted this metal to look metallic. And I was like, this is a very small piece of metal, so I think I should be able to like do that. And I did. I was really happy with it. All right. So now we can move on to doing our freaking latex. Thank you, Luna. Thank you. I've just been really happy with that hobby. It's been really fun, and Hubs is into playing mini games and mini painting. So it's just been a really nice thing to do together. Unfortunately, Hubs doesn't like the feeling of nail polish on his nails. So we haven't really been able to do this hobby together. Although he is very proud of my nail art. And when I was dropping off that mini, the guys were like ogling it, which made me feel very good about myself. It was really funny because I was like, this is my first time. And they were like, this is your first time? And I'm like, this is my first time participating in this club. This is not my first time painting a mini. Thank you, LaQueer. Thank you. I'm so glad you like when I show them. What the fuck is happening here? What is this? There is like green stuff in my freaking latex. Hello? Hello? What is happening here? Is it molding? Is that mold? I didn't know that mold could survive in latex, if that's what that is. It looks like flocking for a miniature. Hold on, let me try to take off this latex booger. Come on, latex booger. Get off. Get off. Ugh, come on. You know you want to. Come on. Why are you so stuck? I don't understand. They are. I just wish there wasn't some weird mystery powder up here. Come on, latex booger. I keep like hitting my nail against nail polish bottles. I should move the nail polish bottles. Let's make sure whatever that mystery powder is all off. Take it off. Take off the whole latex booger. Come on. Get out of there. Get out of there. I wonder if there's more latex booger. Or is that all the latex booger? I think we're safe. I just don't know what that stuff was. What could that... If anybody knows what that was, let me know, because I could apply it a different way. I don't necessarily need to apply it from this bottle. I have a big old jar of this. I've been thinking of using this on my minis, actually. Liquid latex, just to like do some masking. I've been thinking about that. I've been also thinking, you know, I've done a few mini streams before. I would like to stream more. I would like to spend some more time with y'all. So I feel like it'd be good to do that. It's just hard to tell what polishes and stuff what paints and stuff I'll need. Husbando, though, says that he will come and help if I were to start doing more mini streams. He would like bring me whatever I needed. I'm like fucking up all of my... Okay, where is there something that I can paint this on with? Is there like a brush that I don't care? I wonder how a dotting tool. Let's try a dotting tool. Am I busting this thing wide open? It's really not half bad. Yar. I've never thought of it either. Everybody, this is why this is why we do what we do. This is why we collaborate. This is why we stop, collaborate, and listen. This is going to be so much easier to remove, too. It was the hand of the nail art gods. Absolutely. Amen. Amen, sister. I am getting some dots on my nails. However, that's like normal. I always get a little bit on my nails. So I don't think that that is like proof that this is a worse method. Just that, you know, sometimes you're going to get it on your nails. I always do a really thick layer because it is easier to peel when it's a thick layer. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to take the little side and oh no, I'm taking it off. That's always a risk. That's always a risk. You're taking it off. All right. Well, we're fine. It's fine. I'm like, it's fine. And then I continue to go. Continue to do it. I'm like, we're fine here. How are you? All right. Hello, Psychofraculator. Happy New Year. I'm so happy to see you. We just learned that we can apply liquid latex with the dotting tool. Psychofraculator, I want to show you something that I think you're gonna love. Let me show you this thing I think you're gonna love. It's me. No, I mean, it is, but I want to show you this thing because you're here a little bit later. Well, I did paint this and it's very good. So admire, please. But more than that, look, I made a party scorpion. Look at him. I feel like you, like, how fast is your internet? Because you are across the world. And I feel like you are getting my messages faster than everybody else. Yeah, he has Psycho on his tail to sting you with. And he has little bottles. Your internet is pretty fast, clearly. So yeah, I just thought you would enjoy my little party scorpion. How are you? Stinger looks like he'd be a bad drunk. I think Stinger would. Stinger is the party police. He's here to make sure you party, but he's not necessarily partaking in the party himself. He's just here to make you party. He just wants to see you partying. All right, let's make sure that we remove that excess stuff, because nothing, in my opinion, is worse than having a little bit of latex under your mani. It just discolors it the tiniest bit, and I hate it. Because you're like, why is it a little bit wrong over here? And it's like, oh, it's that. Nothing but stress. The new year has been chill so far. How about me? It's been pretty good. Holidays were very stressful. As per per usual. I mean, they weren't as bad as they have been in other years. But yeah, this new year seems like it's probably going to be absolute hell over here in the States. But we all have each other. And luckily, I don't think my life personally is going to be affected by a lot of things. But I do worry about other people's lives, as I often do. I often do worry. Except for, I guess there are a few things that I should be worried about. Like, not to get too political, but like, the Secretary of like Health is like, every medicine you're on, Stephanie, every medicine you're on, actually, I'm against. I'm against all of it. Be off of all of it. And it's like, I certainly hope that dude does not get what he wants. I certainly hope he doesn't. Day one already started off with a bang. It really fucking didn't it though? The big cyber attack. Exactly. Oddly enough, both Christmas and New Year's Eve were stress free, although you weren't in the mood for either. Yeah. That tracks. That tracks. Okay, it's still drying. It's getting very dark though. Sun's getting pretty low. All right. We're gonna get out our sponges, and I need new sponges very badly. Very, very badly do I need new sponges. And I'm gonna look at some pictures. Of what I'm doing. Thalassophobia. Switch to this tab. I already had the Thalassophobia tab open. Phobia statue. There we go. All right. I'm gonna open this up and pause it. So yeah, we're definitely doing dark on the bottom to light on the top. I did this so thick that it does not want to dry. Okay. So light, if that is the top. You saw a hedgehog today. Little dude should have been asleep by now, but he was pretty warm. He seemed okay except for being awake in January. That's adorable. I wish that we had hedgehogs that I could see. Instead, we only have invisible hedgehogs. It's like that one episode of Monty Python. You wish you had possums? Oh my god. One crawled under our house the other day. I used to really not like possums. I'm much more positive on them now, but I used to be like, absolutely fucking not. They freaked me out with their little faces. But Hubs thinks they're really cute, so... Therefore, I've married into thinking possums are cute. There is like little micro hairs on this sponge, which honestly makes sense. Oh, you never saw them IRL before. Oh, wait, okay. You mean the possums. For a minute, I thought you were talking about the hedgehogs again. I was like, oh, really? That was your first hedgehog? That was your first hedgehog? They're fine. Like, if you're not afraid of them, they're fine. They're pretty cute. One time, my father-in-law was trying to get this possum to stop eating cat food, like their cat's food that was outside. And so he kept like trying to get it to leave, and it like wouldn't leave. It was just absolutely not afraid. And then eventually he got like a spatula from like the barbecue. And he like went over and had to like flip it over. Okay, we're gonna do the dark pretty low or pretty high. We're gonna do a lot of dark, a little light. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna look good the first run through. Never does. It's one secret to your whatchamacallits, your gradients, is that they're just like Like, don't expect to build them up to full on your first pass. Also, apparently beavers have been spotted in your area and haven't been there in a long time. Is that good? I hope it's good. Oh my god! Please send me a photo of your possum buddy Orville. Please. All right. There we go. There we go. So let's do... This is wet enough to do a second pass. On at least my thumb. My thumb's, whatchamacallit, is really holding on for dear life. I'm gonna re-wet this. Yeah, send the photos to the Discord. Lacrodactyl, are you coming to the movie tonight? We're watching Little Shop of Horrors. I think you will have a very good time. And we gotta figure out what we're watching next. It's just kind of like, it's this wild card January. And then we're moving into love in February. My love of Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara together as a couple. All right, here we go. Let's make sure we get all the way to the edge. I might have to do some extra cleanup because I am picking up some of this latex. Stop it. Stop it, latex. Stop it. I'm also not getting the smoothest gradient right now because I'm fighting with this latex. Maybe I should have just done tape. Honestly, I think I might, I'm so, this latex is peeling too good. Perhaps using the dotting tool was too good. Perhaps we did that too good. So let me perhaps just use some tape. And then if that doesn't work, perhaps we'll just have to be messy. We're just gonna be a messy bitch. Random photos. You saw the Voyage of the Rock Aliens today. If you've never seen it, it's not great, but it has some fun stuff in it. Wait, what is that? What is is it a movie? This is how Colette does it, isn't it? She just like tapes. It's a musical from the 80s. Okay, I gotta watch that. I still have to watch Earth Girls Are Easy. So I can see weird feathery aliens go to a beauty shop and be like immediately transformed into comedians. You did miss a beaver discussion. I have a stuffed beaver named Delver. And we have a small DVD porn collection. And I put Delver by the small DVD porn collection. And I felt so funny. You feel like Rock Aliens and Earth Girls might be a good double feature. Okay, we might need to do that then. Because we have Earth Girl on Easy in here. So we have fans. We have big fans of that musical. Okay. I feel like I'm wasting so much plastic right now. But I'm desperate. I'm desperate. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. Let's get more polish on. And we're just gonna keep going at this gradient until it's smooth. Okay. I will look at it in just a second. Let me just do this round of gradienting. All right. Maybe I'll do my thumb last, actually. And I need to not do too many dabs on my nail. On each nail at a time. Because as much as that seems intuitive, like as much as it's like, oh, I should blend it more, you really gotta wait Up here, this is not the business. So I'm going to do that and hope it fixes itself. Oh, we got it on Prime now. You want to watch hundreds of beavers? Yes, get a VPN. I know that Opera has a free VPN. A visible panty network, as I like to call it. Oh my god, I can't tell which one is cuter, Lacquerdactyl. I can't tell which is cuter, you or the possum. It's so cute. It was so funny. I think I told you about Lacquerdactyl, but Lacquerdactyl used to work at the Omaha Zoo, as you can tell. And Hubs and I went to this one game shop on the way to Polish and Beauty Expo 2 years ago. And this dude who should have been trying to sell us stuff, we would have bought so much more, but he would not stop freaking talking about the Omaha Zoo. He was such an Omaha Zoo fan. And we were like, well, we're not planning on going to the Omaha Zoo, but we are planning on meeting an Omaha Zoo zookeeper. He's just the best. He was so good at training. How are the memories of possums? Because I thought they did not have good memories. And I think I was wrong. So if you know that Orville was good at training, then I value your opinion on this more than other people's. That possum eats so many darn ticks. Yay. Ticks are so fucking gross. And they carry Lyme disease. This is an anti-tick stream. We don't support ticks here. I can't imagine they're like cats. I have good memories that do what they want. This is a very cute possum. All right. We're doing another pass at the nail. We are starting to really get a water look, at least on that first finger. So maybe we'll stop on that first finger and we'll focus on these other fingers. Let's see, you have to work with one who isn't afraid of everything. Their brain will shut down if they're scared. He never cared so much, so he was good at paying attention. That's amazing. Then I guess the movie Ticks isn't for you. It's about giant ticks. I like being afraid, though. Like, I'm not afraid of... I like being afraid, and I'm not afraid of watching a movie about things I'm afraid of. There is a movie called, like, The House in the Lake, about divers who go to a house in a lake, and unfortunately, it doesn't have great reviews. But I feel like I should watch it. Because that does scare me. And I do like being scared. I watched The Descent, though. Fun Little Nice Horror with Seth Green, Carlton of Fresh Prince, and Clint Howard. Okay. You are selling me. When I was young, I was pretty obsessed with Seth Green. I thought he was very cute. I'm not that obsessed. It's funny because, like, I had my Seth Green phase, and I had my Ewan McGregor phase. And definitely Ewan McGregor has stood the test of time. But, sorry that, ooh, this was weird. Both as, like, in my interest for them, and also in, I think, like, their qualities as people. Not that I know a lot about Seth Green, but I do know he, like, bought a Bored Ape to make a Bored Ape show. And then his Bored Ape got stolen, and he was, like, surprised Pikachu face about it. And it's like, man, I don't know what you were expecting. Seth Green and Ewan McGregor was very much on your notebooks in high school. Oh my god, Earth Girl, why are we the same? I never watched... The House on the Lake movie sounds cool. It does sound cool. I think I will watch it regardless. I really want to do, and I know I'm going to say this and everyone's going to say I should do it, and I know I should do it. I do really want to start a Plex a Plex account, you know, the like place where you can like basically host your own Netflix. I want to start a Plex account with a channel in it that constantly is playing. And I really want to have that channel playing in the Discord all day. It's what I really want to do. And I have a friend who's really into Plex, and I need to get invited to his Plex server, and I need to start my own. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But someday, if you bother me every time you see me, to start my Plex server. Seth Green's also been with his wife for close to 20 years, which is pretty hot. Very hot. You know who's been with their partner, not even their wife, but their partner since before I was born, and they're both just the coolest, hottest, bestest people ever? Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Please let me, I don't know, let me be a part of that. Elvira as well. Elvira and her partner are very good. No, I can't watch as a double feature tonight. I have to spend time with Husbando. I must. I have a lot of stuff to do. I have to make, no! I have to make these minis for this band I'm seeing. And presumably meeting, because I'm a friend with their friend. All right, the pinky is just gonna have to be dirty. The pinky has got to... We're gonna put a little bit of polish over these parts that got fucked up. We're gonna let them dry, and then we're going to get back in and dab again. We're gonna dab on the haters, and by the haters, I mean that nail. I'm gonna dab on my thumb a little bit more too. Yes, Kurt and Goldie forever. Kurt and Goldie aren't even married. They broke up a few times. They always come back. That's so amazing for them. You know, like, I think that there's something to be said about a couple that like stays together and like never separates or anything. But like, I think that I don't think that a rocky relationship is necessarily like, I respect that. I respect it. I respect a love that endures, even when one partner or the other fucks up. As a partner who fucks up a lot, it does make me happy. When is the show? When's the show? It's on the 11th. My 3D printer though, my 3D printer didn't break, but like I need a new tank for it. So I don't know when the new tank's gonna get here. Hopefully sooner rather than later, hopefully before the 11th, because I've only printed out one person and I need to print out, I'm printing out literally a bunch of pieces of clothing with spikes on them, so I can cut the spikes off and glue them. Because I'm making, let me show you the guy I'm making. Psychofraculator, do you know Priest? I bet you do. I bet you know Priest. Yeah, it's okay. I don't have a job. Even if it comes, the band Priest. Do you know this man? Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm basically making this. They're really good. I'm gonna send you a music video. I'll send it on Discord. My favorite music video of theirs is Obey. I'm gonna actually not do that live because there is legit sex in this music video. Obey Priest. I'll just tag you. You will love this song. The thing about this song is that oh, here we go. Here's on Vimeo. It's a freaking cha-cha. If you are to do it, if you were going to like ballroom dance to it, it's a cha-cha. I'm gonna put it in not safe for work. Thank you. You just learned you bought 194 CDs last year. Thank you for your service to the CD industry. Okay. It's just gonna go in not safe for work discussion. I'm gonna paste it, and then I'm gonna tag you. The psycho. There you are. You're the little French cat. There you go. You thought you knew Priest, but now you realize they were shortening Judas Priest to just Priest. Yes! Yeah, when you look up the band members of Priest, it's like, it just shows you Judas Priest. Because I was trying to learn more about the band members, and I couldn't. Luckily, a friend of mine is a friend of theirs. So finally, I was just like, hey, who are the band members? And she's like, well, the main guy has a name that I can't recall at the moment. But his name is Mercury in the band. But one of the bandmates is his dad. And the other one changes depending on if you're in Europe or if you're in America. Most of them cheap thrift store and eBay finds, though. Okay, well, still. I still think that's pretty cool. It's cool to save money. All right, I think that pinky is good enough to move on. I think we're good enough. There are going to be a few layers of jelly over this, so I think we're good enough to move on. Oh, I do want to do one more pass at my thumb. But we got to do some cleaning. All right, thumb. You get one more pass. Ah, it's like... It's really pulling up there. I don't really know what's going to happen on my thumb. Are those pieces of sponge? I don't really know what's happening on my thumb. But thumbs don't matter, so it doesn't matter. What time is it? 1:50? We've only got an hour, but painting doesn't actually take that long. Once we actually get into painting, it usually goes by pretty fast. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. All right. Moving on. Oh, yeah. I know people compare them to Slipknot. I don't know if I've ever heard a Slipknot song. This boy I liked in high school really liked Slipknot, but I never listened to Slipknot. But for Christmas or his birthday, they had these like Slipknot Chuck Taylors with the band on them. And I did buy him those. You don't think you're ready for all this jelly? Well, you better get ready. But yeah, it's on the 11th. And the good news is it's going to be hard because I'm going to be doing a lot of sculpting. But the good news is that the painting itself is not going to be that hard because everyone in the band wears black. And blacks are not the easiest color to work with in mini painting. But I do have my way of doing it. So, yeah. I think what I should do is I should start working on their base. I would love, and this is not going to happen almost certainly, I would love to get them like a shadow box and program a mini LED light show to Obey, my favorite song of theirs. However, I think that I think that time might have passed where I can do that. That was a good girlfriend, her friend, whatever the situation was. Thank you. It was definitely one of those high school things where it was like, I liked him and like our mutual friends were like, he likes you too. But we were like really lame at being a couple. You know what I mean? I do remember one time we were hanging out in our drama teacher's office. And, dude, if you know who you are and you're in my audience right now, sorry, I'm spilling all our dirty laundry. But we were, like, in our drama teacher's office. And, like, I swear we were, like, leaning towards each other to, like, finally kiss. And then my BFF, like jumped in and was just like, oh, I'm looking for these papers. And I was just like, well, that's never going to happen again. In high school, I was what you might call an idiot. I wasn't like, oh, I could just like ask to do that again. Yes. It's fine though, because he's not husbando. And if you're not husbando, then it kind of doesn't matter. All right. You might call it idiot, yes. I was so convinced that I was so hideously ugly because I was fat that, like, no one could ever be attracted to me. And, like, even if they were, like, proving to my face that they were, I literally thought people were, like, making fun of me. And I don't really feel, like, bad about that nowadays because, like, if I was able to see myself the way, if I was able to see myself as being attractive in high school, I would have been such a slut. I would have had a lot of high school sex. And I think it's probably good that I didn't do that. So I'm not saying that it's good. I don't say that fat phobia is good, but I will say that it did stop me from being a total slut. You can go back and beat you up for being mean to my friend. Also you, thank you. Saying that you're gonna beat me up, Bob, or that you thought you were unattractive. So I think you're very cute. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things. I don't mind anymore. All right, let's clean up this thumb now. Being a slut if you thought you were attractive. Yes, yes. Give it up for us almost high school sluts. The world was saved from such a slut for both of us. All right, all right. What did everybody buy from Polish Pickup today, by the way? I actually didn't buy any nail polish. I might go back and buy a nail polish or two. I bought 2 bottles of KB Shimmer restoration drops. I bought the Cuticula top coat, and I bought the Labyrinth plate. So I might go back and buy a polish or two, but the Labyrinth plate has a 200 count cap. So that was the one that I was like, I have to make sure I get in there and get it. I have to make sure. All right, we are going to go over this with a top coat. You bought nothing. Good for you. You like, didn't have a lot of high school sex. Boys are awful. Exactly. Exactly. I had, not that anybody asked. I did have some high school sex, but it was like all with chicks, which is a much safer route to go down. I do gotta say. My thumb looks like, it just looks like the ocean, but with a lot of particles in it. This was not the best gradient I've ever done, but it'll do. I thought you weren't gonna get anything, and then you watch people swatching some of them. Now you have about 6 in your cart. Oh my god. Pretty sure you're not buying from PPU this month, though the plate is still in your mind. Yes. I had to get the plate. You know I had to get the plate. I had to do it to them. And by them, I mean myself and I guess Sugar Bubbles. Okay. We got the top coat. The top coat has to dry. And there is a bit of, on this nail, it's a bit of like a weird thing happening. I'm making it worse. You're making it worse. I need to use a new brush. I think I have a new cleanup brush. I just need to open it. So you will say, okay, enjoy your work meeting. Being a swatcher has cut down your desire to buy, but you also feel like you've seen similar or dupes from the same brand a lot. Interesting. That doesn't surprise me. There really is only so much you can do. There really is only so much you can do with nail polish. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, where do I want to put the statue? My longest nail is my ring finger. My widest nail is my middle finger. It would be nice to put like stuff going off into the distance. Back that way. So maybe I'll put it here. But I think I'm gonna put it on my ring finger. It is all about who does it best. Absolutely. But sometimes, a lot of times, the same brand doing the same thing over and over again. Which isn't a huge deal. But, I mean, it just, you know, it just happens. It just is what it is, you know? It just is what it is. But it does make it hard to, I think, be, like, super passionate about collecting polish forever. There we go. All right, all right. Our palette is clean. So how we're going to do this statue is we're going to start off with a black. I'm going to do the outline of the statue in black, and then we're going to layer the other colors on top of it. And then if I need to, I will come back and I will outline in black. And I am going to be doing this Watcher in the Deep, or whatever it's called. Keepers of the Deep. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Oh my God. No. Huh. Huh. Oh my God. Y'all. Sorry, wrong one. Went snorkeling off the coast of Martinique and found this sculpture. You're gonna die. It's gonna eat you. Oh my God. Could you fucking imagine? Could you fucking, if you didn't know that was there, even if you did know that was there, could you fucking imagine? In Martinique, which I believe is off the coast of Africa. Ah, ah. Oh my God, there's a oh my God, there's a bunch of, okay, I need to save this. I need to save this Reddit. Sorry, I'm throwing up right now. I'm dry heaving. It's so scary. Do you hear the story of the lake somewhere in the US or someone hit a Jason Voorhees statue underwater? Yeah, I did hear about that. That's amazing. That's incredible. I trust they got good oxygen. Yeah, I like, they look like they are naked. That's a leg. It's a bare leg. But like, that doesn't mean that they don't have good oxygen. I'm just, guys, do you think that they could fit in that mouth? It is like a blow-up doll. You're so right. You should say it. It looks like a large adult toy. Yeah, it does. It does. Everybody, let's go to Martinique and fuck the statue. This isn't, oh, it's in the Caribbean. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong about Martinique. Or maybe this person is wrong about where they are. They're like, I thought it was in Martinique, but this hole is not for you. I think you'll find every hole is actually for me. No, it's not. It's owned by the French. That makes sense. That makes sense. I know in jazz bands in high school, I played a song called Martinique, and it had a bossa nova rhythm. So actually that makes sense. You want to swim in the hole. I want you to swim in the hole. I want you to swim in the hole and tell me how it felt to swim in the hole and out of the hole and back in. That's what I want from you. This is incroyable. Let's go to r/the depths below. Dolphins. This isn't scary. This is fun. This isn't scary. It's not scary at all. Submechanophobia is going to have underwater animatronics, which is the thing I'm afraid of the most. But also, I'm kind of like over all the submechanophobia videos because I'm like, I was afraid of underwater animatronics before it was cool. And I need all of you to not be like all up in my space. I need to actually be the only one afraid of this. You need to get you an underwater camera so I can send pics of the hole. Yes, send me pics. Send me hole. Send me pics of the hole. Ooh, no. The underside, an oceanside industrial site on New Year's Eve. I wonder if it's gonna have a good new year. I think that Selena and the hole. I ship Selena and hole. Water outlet at the aquarium. That's not that scary. That's not that scary. I could swim by that. I could swim by that. You could reach it by free dive. Look at that. That's so cool. That's so cool. It's gonna eat you. I swear to God. The USS Arizona. I do want to visit that someday. I lived in Arizona in 4th grade when you learn about the states. And we learned about the USS Arizona. It was fascinating. Overflow turbine intake in the fog. Swipe for more. That's just fog, man. That's just fog. It's not that scary. That is kind of scary, but not because of any fear that I have. Just like the decapitation. The decapitation. Ooh, the remains of the ship. That's hardly sub-mechanic. Okay, it's getting a little more sub there. NASA's giant pool. Scary. I wouldn't do that. These are not as... These cookies aren't even underwater. Ooh, oh, it's so grimy. Ooh, the USS Arizona. Ship I've been traveling with regularly for 20 years at the bottom of the sea floor. Does that mean it's a recent shipwreck? It's very scary. It is very scary. I wonder what it would be like to like go into my house if it was submerged. If like, would I be like more scared because I knew it or less scared? Probably less scared. Decapitation one looks like your actual job sometimes. Don't get decapitated. That's a rule. That's my rule for you. Do not get decapitated. Okay. Should be long enough that we can now get in there and paint. Let me get the picture up. And I'm gonna paint this on my nail. I'm gonna paint Chris. The statue is gonna be Chris holding a possum. I don't want to do it because I really do want to make it scary, but that would be so fucking funny, and perhaps someday I'll have to. Maybe, you know what? I think maybe next week. I'm gonna say this. I'll feel really bad if I don't do it. Maybe next week I'll draw you with a possum. But we're actually gonna do one of these guys. We're gonna do one of these guys. Or we could do this guy. We could do this guy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, not today. Not today, but soon. Soon I will immortalize you on my nails. This is about the size This is about the size that we need. Right here. No. I guess I could put it like up here. No? Will you do the thing where you take up half my screen? Yeah, take up just half. Ooh, very cool. What is happening? Behind it is this. That is so weird. That was so weird. Okay. Whole guy. Okay, we're gonna do the whole guy. I can't. How do I? Also, the whole guy is gonna be way easier. The whole guy is gonna be easier. I have to find him though. I've hidden it behind. So I don't know if you're talking about you or short nail arts. Whole guy. Okay. I didn't want to do this one though. Y'all, I can't decide. The whole guy isn't that big. Get a bigger whole guy. The whole guy needs to get to stretching. Stretch that whole man. All right. This can't be solved. This can't be solved this way. There's only one way to solve this. There's only one way. And that is through a poll. Let's go to the screen manager and we're going to do /poll. Question is going to be a whole guy or beard man. I am the best bearded Corgi dad. Best beer loving bearded Corgi dad. Beard man. All right, start poll. All right, everybody. If you are on YouTube, feel free to just drop in what you would have voted and I will try to count it. We got 1 minute on that poll. I'll give you 1 minute on the poll. 1 minute on the poll or 1 minute in the hole. Oh, hello, Nyx Polish. I didn't see you slip in there. It's nothing but hole jokes today. That's all we have. It's all I got for you. Damn, not even one song. Wait, what? One song? What are we talking about? Okay, Luna says beard guy. 1 vote for beard guy. Big fan of the hole. Yeah. Nick heard holes in polls and came to slip sliding right in. Absolutely. A minute on the poll. A minute on the poll, forever in the hole. Let's see who won. Whole guy won at 50. Wait, hold on. But beard man, it's a tie. All right, who didn't vote? Who's on YouTube and didn't vote? We need a YouTuber to break the tie. LaQueer, are you here? Do you want beard man or whole guy? Slipping into the whole stream, exactly. Let's see if we can get LaQueer in here to break the tie. Or anybody on YouTube could, except for Luna. Luna already voted. Holes, okay, all right. I should have known. I should have fucking known. All right, whole guy it is. It's the whole guy. Okay. Let's bring up the whole guy. So here's what we're doing. You're fine. We needed you to break the tie anyway. Okay. All right. I'm gonna make the whole man, I think, artificially bigger. Whole guy, artificially bigger. This nail polish smells good today. This hollow taco. I'm enjoying the smell of the hollow taco. It's a smell good hole guy. You having a not so fresh hole feeling? I feel like many people are. Many people are saying this. All right, hole man. Come on, let's get this brush totally clean. There we go. I just always think of my friend who looked at this thing called the Jungle Tampon, that we call the Jungle Tampon, at the Jungle Cruise. Where do I want to put the whole man now? I think I want to put him here. And I like mentioned that it looked like a jungle tampon. And he was just like, are you having a not so fresh jungle feeling? And now I think about that all the time. It's at Jungle Cruise if I didn't say that. You're like, what the fuck is Steph talking about? I feel like oftentimes when it's like, what the fuck is Steph talking about? It's like my time at Disney. I was gonna do a whole black background, but I don't think I will. You chose beard guys, you don't think whole guy is going to translate well to the art you're trying to convey here. That is actually what I was thinking too. You're nose blind to polish now and it pisses you off because you love the smell of painting your nails. All right, have a really great night, Second Fraculator. Thank you for stopping by. It was so good to see you. Thank you for hanging with us. I think I can make this guy translate. I think we can make him translate. It is going to be a bit sillier. And I am going to make him go over a little bit more. There we go. Bye. I'm definitely nose blind to like the overall scent of polish. All right, so one of his eyes is here. One of his eyes is there. And there's gonna be more light over there. We're gonna have to like get into the lighter colors. So let's start. We're gonna build this up with some blue. This lighter blue. Do I want to go with gray? I guess I'm gonna go with gray and white. Yeah, it does look a little bit like a chicken cutlet. Or a silicone boobie. You are correct. You're done with work and you need to go drive your car around a bit because it's really damn cold. Okay. Yes, I'm so excited you're going to be at the movie with us today. All right. So let's do... I'm going to start with the hole. I'm going over the black a little bit, but that's okay. He has a nose. I did kind of forget about the nose. Let's go around though. We're gonna do this all the way to the edge because he's big. Where are your eyes, man? Your eyes are up here. He's like, my eyes are up here. There we go. You want to go to your car and sit there for the last 30 minutes of the cold to get away from your coworker being nasty. What's your coworker doing? Can you get over a little Paul? Okay, sorry. Yeah. Leaving you for the cat sitter. So yeah. Okay. Hello, cats. I am here for your entertainment. You don't really want to mess with me tonight. All right. I actually do like it when the cats mess with me. Every night. Every night I like the cats messing with me. He's cutting his nails! I do that. Not at work, okay. I don't do it at work. This is a hobby, so I technically don't do it at work. Maybe someday I will. All right. Oh man, this is so fun. All right, I want his eye to be further here, and then I want his nose. I want your nose, man, to... There we go. He's getting there. He's getting there. And like, he's got this kind of like, his like shoulder. This is gonna be scary. I think this is gonna be scary. He can paint his nails and take up the office, but cutting them, no, yeah. Well, it's a different thing. It's a different thing. He also kind of looks like he's going backwards. So let's like draw his body. This is already looking really fucking cool, TBH. Let's like, here's the back of his head. It's just gonna be a little part. And then like the rest of his body. Is gonna like go back, and we're gonna like, as my husband wanted, have him serpent off into the distance. That's how we're gonna make this even more effective. Cutting and painting is very different. And like, overall, do I think it's a bigger sin to cut your nails at the office or paint your nails at the office? I would have to say paint your nails. But if I were to be sitting next to somebody in an office, if it were just me, I would rather them paint their nails. And if you are cutting your nails at your office, you should at least be ashamed. You should at least have a little bit of shame. You know what I mean? You should be like, under your desk, you know? You paint your nails in the office, home today. Yeah, okay. 3 times. 3 times in your home office. All right, so. Got that for him. And we're going to paint his body. And we'll come back and re-outline. I'm painting the polish on really thin. We're going to do a few layers because I just don't want to have to deal with the polish being so thick and taking too long to dry. I feel like it might still take a really long time to dry, but we're just gonna hope it doesn't. Steve, unexpected PR bottles today. You saw some sitting, you need to get done, and you had to make most of your time. Yeah. You like to reheat fish, burn popcorn in the microwave, office microwave. Yes, because you're a good citizen of the world. That's what we love about you. I am tempted to like paint the rest of this bluer to kind of like preemptively do the filtering on it, if that makes sense. You paint a top coat on 1 or 2 nails in the office, but you try to do it when people are not here and you only use scented. Oh, ho, ho. So I would hate you personally. I would be like, no, don't do that. He's like a long snake thing. So, no, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay if I just do gray. Because the problem with these really big paintings is that oftentimes my nails just like do not want to fucking dry after. And there's a few things that I do that can like help mitigate that. Like if I leave them, if I actually leave them untop coated for longer, they dry better. Also, top coating in layers always helps, like how I top coated the gradient first. Here we go. Those light layers, have it dry. So this guy, let's do another layer in here. Another layer of the gray. All right. Get in here. I maybe should actually be doing a layer of the lighter color, because then I'll only have to fill in where the lighter color isn't, but let's see. Get some more polish. I kind of do want to just go in with the bottle brush on this one because it is just like this shape. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Up on top, I'll have to do an actual painting. Well, I'll have to actually paint. Let's get in there. Get that nice and full. And we'll keep going. I am having such a good time with this, everybody. This is like why I do nail art, this kind of shit. Yeah, I did. We're doing the whole man. Were you here for the whole man? We're doing the whole man. I was outvoted. For the whole man. All right. Let's make sure his eyes are like the proper shape. We'll actually make the eye a little bit bigger when we come back to it. All right, so we got that. We need to let that dry a little bit. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to do, I want to do this little diver. I would love to do them right next to it. And I think I will. So I guess I'm going to start off. Oh, thank you, Luna. You know, this is one of my favorite topics. So if this Manny looks good, I may come back to it even. Let's get my finest brush. I'm going to actually look for a diver. Make sure I kind of, because that diver in the picture is like not the shape of diver I really want to be painting. I actually kind of wish I made this diver smaller. But at least you can tell what it is. And then what I'm gonna do is I am going to take a really light blue jelly. Or maybe even a white jelly. Because we are going to have a blue filter over this. So we got Starly Ghost Jelly. Hello, Carolyn. Yes, we are working on some Thalassophobia art. So this is, yeah, an underwater statue, as Vero has said. And a little diver. We can do, let me focus. You can show you a little close-up shot of what we've been doing. So there's this, and this is based off of this statue that we found. Where did it go? No. Hold on, let me go to my history. History. No, why? There it is. There it is. That is what we're doing. Thank you. Yes, in Martinique. Oh no, yeah, the statue's in Martinique, but I just meant on my board. There we go. Okay, so let us move this back. Manual focus down there. Very good. Very good. We got a little diver. A little diver. I think we should probably actually replate this. Possibly, I might even add a yellow. Thank you. I might even add a yellow. Okay, so up next, I'm going to be using, of course, our favorite Sassy Nass Pass Blank. Actually, should I be using Sassy Nass or should I just be using white? Actually, there's a third choice. Maybe there isn't a third choice. I can't find it. Too pink. Well, we're going to be using Sassy Nass then. The whole, yes. All right, all right. Because we got to start brightening this. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Maybe white would be the best though, because it does kind of glow. Okay, we're gonna use white. I really need to get on Orly and buy more white tips and buy more Sassy Nass and buy more Claim to Fame. There's a lot of Orleys I could use new bottles of. All right, so let's get in here and let's highlight the areas that must be highlighted, which are like his whole brow area, the whole brow, the whole cheek here, the whole rim of the mouth hole. Rude. My phone just went off. His under eye area over here all the way. So it's going to be kind of like a triangular shape over here. Bridge of his nose. His little nosy. His little shoulder. Going into over here. So what areas? There's a brightness here and kind of like here, and then it kind of like fades into gray as it goes back a little bit. And then as we get like closer and closer over there, it gets darker. So I'm gonna, I think, go back with the black, unless I want to get another darker gray. I'm not sure. So I see the finished product. You're heading out to go to a spa. There's pictures of being at Round Lake, Michigan. Wish you luck that you don't freeze outside in the hot tub. I wish you luck. I do wish you luck. I am gonna go over this way. We're gonna do some highlighting on that dude going up. Like he's near the surface. Okay, we need more paint. Bye. All right. Maybe I'll even mix a darker gray because I don't know. Oh, I do have a darker gray. I have Unraveling Story. Get this all in here. We're gonna get the top of his head over here to be light. And then we're gonna do his back. And then what we want to do, we're gonna grab Unraveling Story. Here it is. Love it when I reach in. It is so good. Can't wait for the next Orly for the spring. Is it spring collection that's coming out next? Is that already out? That already happened? No, it didn't already happen. My Unraveling Story was fucking stuck. I really need a new, I need to like go through and clean all my bottles. And also I'm going to go through and super glue all of my cabochons because I don't care anymore. I just don't care. Even if I do like destash my whole ass collection, which is not going to happen. Even if I did do that, like whoever gets it is just going to have to deal with my cabochon. My cabochons. I have more than one, I promise. All right. So this face, there's like a hair. There it is. There we go. Got that and that. And then we can like do this here at the bottom, kind of just to blend it. And let's do a little shading around his little mouth hole. How are we going to kind of, I think I need that white to come in a little bit more because I do want the whoo-ness of him, you know? I want him to look more whoo. You sign up for the Orly this year again, you might do every other year. Well, you know me. I'm an Orly whore. A Horley, if you will. And you know I will. All right, all right. They did up the price. I still do think the price is worth it, and it is important to note that all prices are going up. So it's not necessarily just them being mean. Not that I want to like stand for any company. Because honestly, I don't. Like, there are some companies I hold in high regard. All right, he's pretty hot now. He's pretty like the picture now. All right, all right. Let me just do a few last things on him to like make sure he's truly looking like himself. Yeah, for me as a nail artist, like Orly, I just gotta do it every single year. Cause like there's just so many good creams. And it is a nice little gift to myself. Alright, alright. Let's do that. And then we're gonna do a kind of like painterly. We're just gonna like have his body kind of like getting darker. Do a bit of mixing. Just some like easy blending here. With what is this one? This one is, it's one of my favorite Orly colors. It's a gray from their Surrealist collection, Dreamers Awake. I need a little more white. This doesn't matter if it's a little bit, if the paint's a little stiffer, because I want it to not look smooth. So if the paint's dried a little bit, doesn't really matter. We'll get up here with this white and come back down with a little gray. When I'm doing this, I don't even worry about cleaning off my brush because I want them to mix a little bit. I want that a little bit. Let's get some of this darker in and just keep going down. And then we'll come back and kind of like make this white a little more pronounced at the top. And then I'm also going to come in and I'm going to line it. Gotta roll out, but you'll join for at least part of the little shop. Yay! Yeah, these are going to be good. Thank you. If I do say so myself, these are going to be good. That's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. Speaking of that, where the fuck is Danny? She's probably getting dinner or something. And honestly, how dare she? How dare she? Okay, so there's that. Looking so good. And we're just gonna do this kind of same blending over here just to add some visual interest. We can just do it this way. Ooh, how fun. We're just like swooping in, swooping out. This is a very fun blend. Very, very fun. And get that. But I don't want too much of that one because I want this one to be like darker. So let's immediately break it up with some gray and then down to the darker gray all the way down. Very good. I should probably do this at the bottom of our big guy too. So then we're going to do it over here. This one's going to be a little harder because I've got to pay attention to the other side. Like the other place I just painted. But it shouldn't be hard. It's not hard. Realistic or semi-realistic painting on your nails this small and bigger as well. It might feel like you're like, oh man, how am I ever gonna get it to look a real thing? A lot of it is just kind of waving your brush in the general direction. It's all just fucking light, baby. All right. And then up to this one. Let's get it blended into the white up there. Let's get more. Unraveling Story is really taking a long time to dry, which in this case is great, but in general cases might not be as great. Might not be what you're looking for. All right. And now we're going to get the white, and I'm going to do like the tiniest bit of highlighting with my little tiny brush. And then we're going to take the black and we're going to like line it. Oh, but I do have to do this kind of blending on this one so that it's a little consistent. Well, let's get in here. Just do that fine line of pure white. Perfection. That one's kind of already got it. Let's just do that. All right, and you, dude. Let's get a little more of our colors so that we can blend up his body so it looks consistent. Let's blend it up. Go down here, blend that in, a little more of this, blend it in, and we can even do this, get more white. You can even do this on the face. I'm gonna redraw in the face, so it's gonna be like a little bit more like clear. But let's take this and we'll just do just a little bit of lines in a few different places to just kind of make this look a little more blended. There we go. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Let's have the white going fully off. There we go. Fully off over here. All the way off. And just a little bit more white here at the apple of this cheek. Fan-fucking-tastic. A little more gray. Right here at this line. All right. All right, see you at the movie. All right, all right, all right. Now we're coming back with the black. And we're going to do some fine lining with this little brush. Okay, take off all the white off that brush. All right, and then we got really focus on the eye shape. These eyes in the picture are kind of friendly, in my opinion. The whole deal is scary, but the eyes to me are kind of the least scary part of this guy. He does have a little like line going up here. He's got a little mustache, whatever that's all about. And then he's got kind of shading going off that way. I kind of wish I had done gray there for his shading. But perhaps it's not too late. So I'll come back to that. This black's still going. This black's still going. Okay. Do this line. After I do that line, I'm going to refill the black. Oh no! Smooged it a little bit. All right, all right. Let's go back to this. Okay. And we can clean up that smudge in a bit. There we go. And now for his body going off in the distance. Oh, wrong one. Here it is. That wasn't the best line I've ever drawn. But it's fine. And that one up there. I'm just going to get a little bit of white, clean up that one little smudge. Fantastic. Completely indetectable. Go in one more time with the guy with the flashlight. And just get that there. Fantastic. Where is this? A fresh white? Kind of. Kind of. And I think maybe a little bit of gray around his mouth to make it a little less flat. Excuse you. I didn't say you were allowed to fall. Beautiful shading. Beauteous. Wonderful. Yeah, exactly. He's just like, oh. Oh my goodness. I'm loving this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving this. Let's get this come a little closer. It's so good. Thank you. Thank you. I am now going to put it behind water. Well, I'm going to let it dry a little bit. We're going to run a little late today. But I have been running so early recently that I'm fine with this. I'm happy. This has been so much fucking fun. This has been the most fun I've had doing a Manny in such a long time. I am loving it. I'm loving it so much. He's so good. Thank you, Luna. Can we get a better focus on this man? There we go. Yeah. So I had 2 jellies, overall 3 jellies technically, but I have navy jelly and I have indigo jelly. Now looking at the picture, this picture, it's a little bit of like a brighter color. But I think I will go with, I think I will, you know, actually I think I'm going to try a little bit of these over some of this light. I know, I don't think they're going to. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Carolyn. So there's the color. That's indigo jelly, which is the one that I'm thinking I'm leaning towards. Let's get manual focus. There we go. This is navy jelly, which is definitely less like rich, but that might be good. No, not navy jelly. Not navy jelly. Navy jelly is too bland. Yeah, I think indigo jelly. I'm gonna look for one more color. Here's cobalt jelly that I think is gonna be too blue. And here is blue fire jelly, which I think is going to be too purple. It's actually a lot like, I think it's a little too pigmented. I was leaning towards Cirque jellies today. I think indigo jelly. Is the one. I'll let this dry for a couple more minutes. But actually what we should be doing, so who's indigo? Here's indigo. All right, so first off, we're gonna put a little indigo jelly right there. And I'm gonna do a really thin layer. Over this. Because we're gonna be doing a little more jelly sandwiching over these things that are a little further away. But I wanna keep these layers really as thin as possible. For dry time reasons. I should bring a hair dryer up here. I've been using a hair dryer a lot in my mini painting to get things dry faster. Shocking, I know. Where are my little scissors? My little scissors. I'm gonna just like hack away at this brush really quickly. You are getting hacked away at. I've already hacked away at this quite a bit. In fact, you can kind of see it looks pretty fucked up. But a fucked up K&I weed whacker is better than a new most brushes for cleanup. We just already lost a little bit of that gradient to the top coat. Because top coat, Glistening Glow, it has a lot less shrinkage than a lot of other toluene based top coats. But you have a purple Ryobi fan like the power tool. You're butch. Oh my god. I literally just bought 2 Ryobi batteries and an angle grinder because I'm also butch. I only bought the angle grinder though because they were literally paying me to fucking take it. A 2-pack of Ryobi batteries, the same Ryobi batteries, the ones that, you know, you switch out. They were $20 more expensive if I didn't buy the angle grinder with them. For free, you could add on a reciprocating saw, but for $20 cheaper, you could add on the freaking angle grinder. So even though I think we already have an angle grinder, I just bought the fucking angle grinder. I wonder if anybody wants to buy my angle grinder. Okay, that's pretty dry. So let's go in with indigo jelly. And we're going to start off with my nail over here because I feel like I shouldn't just like go and do indigo jelly on the rest of this. That did a lot to smooth out this gradient and deal with like that extra stuff on the side. Yes. He's so mystical. He's so mystical and magical. We're just gonna go back and do a lot of cleanup on the areas that I went over. I am smudging like a bitch. You know how bitches smudge? One last thing I need to do is do one more layer of this. No. Over that back part. One more layer. Let that dry a bit. Because we want that to really, really look deep. Oh my god, everybody. This is so good. So fucking... Look at that! Oh my god. Oh, I love art. I love bringing things to life. I love sitting back and looking and being like, I done it. I did the thing. By the way, if you didn't know, in the Discord today, if somebody can redeem !Discord from Twitch, in the Discord today, 5 p.m. PST, we are watching Little Shop of Horrors because Danny has not seen it, and I haven't seen it in a while. Thank you so much, Our Lady. I haven't seen it in a while, and it's just a really good time. So many comedy heavy hitters in that movie. Comedy and Broadway heavy hitters in that movie. And if you haven't seen it, highly recommend you come and join us. And if you have seen it, highly recommend you come and join us because we're super fun. We are just a couple of fun-loving guys. And by a couple of fun-loving guys, I mean a number of fun-loving people of many genders. Thank you so much, Luna. Let's do my thumb with this jelly. Would have been fun to put something in the water in my thumb, but not today. Yes. I really like how the jelly just looks over the gradient in general. And then let's do this. So exciting. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's oh, he is kind of in focus. Look at him. Oh, I'm so happy with him. Oh my god. Right? Look at this. Jelly mystified it so well. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, I'm so happy with this today. Thank you all for being here today for this incredible journey. I'm so into it. Thank you, Rahara. Thank you. Oh my god, our little diver is gonna get sucked into the hole. Thank you. He's gonna get hole sucked. I want to get hole sucked. Really, really good. You added your own whole man vote. I don't think that the beard would. I don't think the beard man would have been better. I honestly don't, because the beard man didn't have a way. The beard man didn't have a built-in way to like lengthen the body into the abyss, but whole man did. Whole man looked like he was like he was going this way, you know, like his body was behind him. Beard man, he was just going down. If I, you know, maybe next time if I do beard man, I'll do it like this with his body going down. But whole man was the horizontal king we needed. You're going to abstain, but you trusted your whole to choose right. Always trust your whole. If you trust nothing else, trust your whole. Yeah, always trust your own whole. Whole man was the right choice because this is funny and scary. And it's something we did together. And I think next time I'm probably going to be painting Chris, Lacrodactyl, and his possum, because I said I would. And I feel like if I say I'm going to paint a person and they want me to do it, I feel like I have to own up to that. I have to make that happen. So something interesting about things like this. Yeah. By the way, Rahara, I don't know if you saw what this is based off of, but it was based off of this picture. This picture of the whole man. The whole guy, rather. It was whole guy versus beard man. What is your interesting fact, though? Look how pretty my palette is, too. It's very blue and gray and looks like it's about to fight a civil war, I guess. My voice is giving out. I'm not as used to talking like this as much. Plus you get to educate anyone who sees them about underwater sculptures. Absolutely. And I feel like I just really haven't had like a real piece of art recently, like a real piece of my own art. And I was looking back in like February of last year, I painted so many amazing, or 2 years ago, maybe. I did the rat hole. I did, whatchamacallit? I did Birth of Venus. And I did, Big Bird. And I just feel like those were such amazing pieces of art that I wanted to do it again. I have been doing so many great minis, but you know, I like doing the nail art because that's where all y'all come from. You know? All right, I'm gonna have to quit soon. So Rahara, share your facts. Or I got Danny. Danny, look what I did. Oh my God, 33 fucking months. Danny, look at him. Look at the little diver. This is what it's based off of. This whole man. I was gonna do a different one. There are people that are taking really agnostic approach to making sure that areas of ocean floor are not destroyed by trawling nests. What are trawling nests? No, it's okay. I had to finish this. I had to finish this beautiful work of art. I do think I made his head a little bit too big in the back, like by putting it on my other nail, but whatever. Thank you. They make sculpture and put them on the ocean floor. Oh, nice. That's awesome. We do love the sculpture on the ocean floor. He has a hump now, which makes him more beautiful. You're so right. Humps make everything more beautiful. In fact, there was a wonderful ballad about it made in the ancient times. My humps, my humps, my humps, my humps. His lovely lady lump. Trawling nets are the ones that drag across the bottom of the ocean. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, okay. I misread what you said. I thought you said nest. That's really cool. Okay, that's super fucking cool. I love that. Anyway, yeah. He's got them humps. He's got them lovely lady lumps. He's got the body going off into the distance. He is beautiful. All right, everybody. So I'm going to see you all at 5 p.m. PST for Little Shop of Horrors. It's going to be a really good time, really chill time. Body, yada, yada. Yep. I love that. Rahara, that is the best way to use art. The best way. All right. But yeah, join us in the Discord today, 5 p.m. PST. That's in about 2 hours. And I will see y'all next Friday or sooner.